Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Puddle Nights. I was gonna say Puzzle Nights, but that's incorrect. Yeah, save one, okay, sure, that's us. Right, and so we were like, are we supposed to look at these Metal Knight challenges? I don't know, I should look, right? Like, what's up with Metal Rugs? Also, maybe it'll take us back to some special Metal Knights on World 1? Metal Rugs. Ah, I see. Are these not... You can't rip these off? I see. Okay. Okay. We gotta get the bishop over there. Sure. And what happens... Can you move now? Yes. So there can be capes over capes, but not knights standing on capes if you want to move. Okay, so it seems like a good first step is to get him... Oh, there is no space here. There's a cart. Yeah. The capes look so pretty. Okay, so we've got him part way there, and then we can do this. Although, how on earth do you get him over that spot? What? Oh, sure, you can do it with the, with this knight. Oh, I'm stuck. Anyway, I was just thinking, like, yeah, we can't have him stuck like that. He wants to make this shape with his cape, but go in the opposite direction, I think. Which is something like this. Now, he can come back around like so. I'm not sure if he actually wants to, because now the bishop has to walk through and none of the knights can go. So before we do that, I think we need to let the yellow guy get through, probably. I'm not sure exactly what he's going to do once he's over, but it seems like a useful thing to do. Now... I mean, okay, this is clearly like a useful spot to be in, because... Both of my knights can freely get to wherever I want them to be, I think. Yes. And the bishop can get, like, halfway across. So I'm very flexible right now. I just have to figure out the next step I'm supposed to take. Having the bishop cross seems okay, but... he can't get anywhere, and then once he does cross, the blue knight will not be able to go anywhere, right? Because the bishop will be in the way. So how do we get anyone to block this stuff? Right? I don't see any way for the bishop to cross without using the blue knight. And if he crosses while the blue knight is still back here, then he can't get across this stuff, and the blue knight can't get past the bishop. Right? I mean, of course, it seems to me something we will want to do eventually is this, right? Even that I'm not so sure, because you seem to need a length 2 cape to do this. Okay, it's not like these metal knights can walk through each other or anything. So this kind of has to be how you end. Ah, okay. And so the way that you're gonna eventually get the bishop, right? You want to do this to cross the bishop all the way to the east. Then put this knight here and this guy here to let the bishop get to the exit. Okay, so it seems like what's left is how the heck this dude... Oh! I don't have to get him. I don't have to get the bishop across both of these puddles at once. I can just do... No. I was thinking I can do this and have him walk... What I can do is... Well, I have to face the other way. I can do this, and then walk the bishop southwest of the yellow knight. He's probably gold, right? And that frees me up to move around. Okay, got it. So, I think I get it now. How did I get to that position? I don't know how I did get there, but this is a way to get there. Is that where I want the yellow knight? Yeah, it's fine. He can... not yet, right? I need him to turn around? No. What I need is to leave that space open for the blue knight to reposition himself here. That doesn't work. Okay, once the blue knight is positioned correctly, or oriented correctly, I let the yellow guy in, come out with the blue knight, wait, I can't get this guy oriented either. They need to both somehow get oriented the other way? Right? Alright, so I want both of the... Oh, I think I just... Okay, the point is, the first time that I enter this little cul-de-sac, I have to choose a direction to go in. And that's the direction I'm going to be stuck in forever, because I can't go back out. At least not till I move the bishop. So I have to make sure that it goes clockwise with the gold knight. This guy's not silver, right? He's kind of teal, aluminum, I don't know. He has to go counterclockwise in this section. How do I get them to do both? Wait, do I have to get him to go counterclockwise? Actually, either direction would be fine, right? He just has to be able to leave. I mean, yeah. Okay, so if the gold knight is going clockwise, then the other guy needs to also go clockwise. Okay, now the bishop is out of the way. And I don't need this guy anymore. Send him into the Shadow Realm. And we cross. Okay, that was a cool challenge. Alright, it did not take us back to a metal challenge in World 1. But okay, I don't want to do all the Metal Knight challenges right now. I just wanted to see what was up with that. And let's move on to World 3. Level up. Oh, we got a purple dude. Oh, piece of cape. The worlds have names. Cape carpeting, piece of cape, and layered experience. Okay. So we have purple and green. Oh, okay. Layers. Like she's on... Or wait, is that a bishop or a lady? It's a lady. Okay. She kind of has a bishop hat, though, doesn't she? Not really, I guess. She's up high. How is she supposed to cross from up high? Oh, I bet you have knights stand on each other's heads to move around? Right, he can't go, but... well, that didn't work. What? Oh, wait a minute. They're both stuck on each other's heads now. Okay, hang on. Maybe I needed to cross actually to here. I didn't really think of this as being... No? Oh, I don't need the knights to walk on each other's heads. If you can walk on heads, then the lady can do it, right? Yeah. Can he move? No. In that case, we don't want her to go that way. We want her to go this way. And then... Oh, that's gonna rip off a bit of cape? Is that okay? I guess it's probably fine, right? Like, we just need... Oh, it's not fine. Okay, so I could have done this without ripping off any cape, couldn't I? Also, question, is there a gate here? There is. How am I gonna leave a cape down on that section there? There's no place to turn around once you get there, which is fine, sort of. Because if you leave your cape here, you can like walk north and then turn around because you won't have any cape anymore, right? But what about the guy who stood on your cape? Where's he gonna go? He's now standing on the puddle and he still has a freaking cape. So I think before we do that, we need to just tear the cape off of one of them, like, and just leave it there. Now, the two of them can cooperate to leave some cape here. And we can do that now, in fact. Probably should do it now. Alright. Two knights stand. Alright, they both have just a single length of cape. Where do we get her to? Alright, so we have to get her up the stairs on the left, and then kind of pass her back and forth over the gap. Sure. So... kind of seems like the obvious way to do that is just have both knights leave their cape there? Is there a reason you can't do that? Right? So that's one of them. Oh, well, that's... I need to... get out of here first. Alright, now they've both left their capes. The lady can just walk over. We cross, we make more space, and she goes. Simple. A bridge too far. Oh, that's a very long cape. That's 6 sections of cape. What is the purpose of that? This guy has no cape. What is the purpose of all the cape? It's hard to imagine using it for anything, isn't it? The only mud is over on the east side, and I can't see why the lady would want to go there. You can't get anywhere from there. Huh? I mean, the obvious things you can do are like, I don't know, not that, right? You could move the lady and then come over here and like move a knight somewhere. The goal, clearly... Oh, I see. I think. Well... No, I don't. We have to somehow get 2 knights down to ground level, right? But I don't see a way to do that, even if this guy could turn around. Wait a minute. Can his cape fly? Oh my goodness. And she can walk on that? Oh my god. Okay. So... we kind of have to... make like a little... Yeah, there's room now for her to get out of the way so the cape can continue. We don't need 2 knights on the ground. We need this guy making 1 platform with his cape. Oh my gosh. What a mechanic. I don't think capes behave that way in real life. The whole thing would just fall down. It would have to be a pretty strong and light cape. There and back. Okay. We have a 1 knight and a 2 knight. And they can't ever get to the same area because these ramps are partitioning the place, right? That's interesting. Well, that's not true at all. They can do this. Got it. That seems pretty important because we need... we need 2 cape on the left and 1 cape on the right. So we need these guys to swap, which probably looks something like this. Wait, what happened to my cape? Oh. Alright, so the back can tear, but middle sections can't. So we need it to be supported for a moment. Okay. Now the 2 of them have swapped, and it's all easy going. Fuck, it's not. Ah! Oh. Yeah, it is. She doesn't have to go across there. Yeah, she can. Okay. Now we have to slam ourselves in the corner this way, but that's fine. Oh, it opened more levels that we couldn't see? Were those Metal Knight challenges, maybe? Okay. So what is the deal? We need the two of them, it seems, to allow her... Like, we need them lined up adjacent to let her cross to this ramp section. Do we have any turnaround areas? Not really. Also, where am I meant to leave my cape? Well, I guess the answer to that is pretty easy, right? There's 2 mud puddles she has to cross over. One of them will cover by shoving a knight into the end area. The other... I mean, it seems like we wouldn't need to tear off a cape to get there, but we'll see, I guess. I mean, okay, so an obvious first step, although I don't know if it's correct, is this. Hey, did he actually... Oh, his head gets squished a little. That's adorable. So if I do this, the cape falls down, which is not what we want. Just checking that I still understand the mechanics. The problem, I guess, is that having done this, there's nowhere to turn around. So all I can do is, like, walk these 2 knights into each other. I think the answer to that is to have one of them have their cape ripped off, leaving it here. Like so. Now, one knight is free to turn around. Does it matter which one I put where and where they're facing? It probably does, right? Once the lady crosses over, well, I mean, right now I can do this. Oops. This. And I assume she wants to go here. She kind of has to, right? I can't get a knight in front of her now, not one with a cape. So actually maybe she wants to go this way? No, they're still stuck. So it seems like I need the knight who still has a cape to be the one in front. Or the one farther east, I guess I should say. Although, how do you do that? I don't see a way to make him turn around anymore, right? He's in like a closed loop. The only way to make him turn around is to snip off his cape. But I can't do that. Because I need it for the exit, and there's no way to snip it off once it's at the exit. Okay. Suppose I could just magically make him turn the other way right now. Would I have won? I think so. I can't do that, so I need to back up, but I should be looking for opportunities to turn him around. Because right now, well, I can't really describe this as him going clockwise or counterclockwise. It's kind of crossing over itself. But he's... I don't know. Like, is it even possible to turn around here? I don't think it is. So maybe I just left the wrong... My 2 knights are facing opposite directions, And I just left the wrong one's cape there. So maybe this is what I have to do. Oh, whoops. Yeah, go on. Go ahead and get down if you would be so kind. Hello? I'm a little stuck. This knight is now in the way, right? Yes, he's in the way? Does it help for you to go there? Or not really, right? Oh, yeah, it does. Because now we can just go like this. And you're on a part of the map we're not going to use anymore. So, is this a Metal Knight challenge? What's the deal? No. Why was it not visible earlier? Whatever, I'm not skipping to 3-9. I'm not a madman. 3-6, Tower of 2. What is happening here? Okay, so we have 3 different... Oh, do we have 3 heights? I see. That's why it's called Tower of 2. Well, it seems like the first step is getting her up that ramp to the south. Which requires 3 bits of cape, which we have, so that certainly seems possible. Then what? Once she's up there, we need to walk her east to that other section of ramp. Whoa. Also, the cape situation by the exit is pretty tough, right? You know what? I had it not capturing my mouse, but I've wanted myself somewhat often to point at something in this game. Mouse. And I think, okay, so you guys can... I can't check because it's, it only plays full screen. I hope you can see the mouse. Anyway, you can see that stuff's getting highlighted. And I believe it turns off the mouse. Yeah, it hides the mouse once you move. Okay, fine. So anyway, the area down here... God, it's driving me crazy that I can't see if you can see this. Whoa. Okay, the area by the exit, right? How could you leave capes? Obviously, this is where she has to come from, right? Is from this ramp right next to the exit. How could you leave 2 capes here? I think the only way is to have a knight walk towards the exit with his 2 capes and rip them both off at the same time. However, to do that, the knight who's trapping him has to already have left his cape somewhere. So where are we supposed to put it? Where do we need it? It doesn't look like we need any more cape anywhere, right? So maybe this green guy's cape is just a distraction? I could rip it off immediately? Well, no. I need it first to get her up onto that ramp. Sure. Okay. So you get out of the way. You... Leave your cape there. But I can't get out now, right? I was thinking this was an easy way to get the maiden out, but actually, this is a trap in which you can't turn around. So that's a problem. Wow. That's not... That's... How do you even get her to the first ramp? I thought it was easy because I saw how you could have knights standing. Like, right? The yellow greenish guy leaving his cape here, and the purple guy like walking from here to here to here. But now I can't see a way for that to happen. I can't make the purple guy walk like that. Is there some way leaving some cape behind somewhere would help? I can only afford to leave one behind, because I definitely need 2 for the exit. I think it can't be on either of them, because I need to rip off 2 at once at the exit. Ripping off 1 twice on 2 different nights I don't think is possible. Yeah. So I need purple to save his whole cape. What? I need yellow. Okay, here's another point, is we definitely do need yellow to leave his cape pretty early, because otherwise when he moves here, he's stuck forever. And I know we'll need him to move again to come rip off a cape at the exit. Okay, so we need to rip off yellow's cape pretty soon. Can knights stand on the lady's head? She looks a little tall. Yeah, they can't. Okay. Oh. I was thinking about one way to solve the problem, but actually there are 2. If I have yellow leave his cape here, then purple can do this part. And he doesn't have to turn around. Right? We're leaving this guy here. What a long walk. Okay. Oh, wait! Yeah. They're both going to be stuck here, so we have to actually rip off the cape before the lady is ready to walk on it, which is fine. And there she goes. The red carpet treatment. Carried along. Sort of makes it sound like you're gonna have, like, the lady ride on a knight's head while the knight moves, but we already discovered that that's impossible. So what's the path here? We have to get her onto this like double bridge thing here. Then we have to get her here. Then we could take her to either of these exits. I'm not totally sure why. Also, I believe my knights are free to turn around because there's this area here. Right, I can go around this way, or I can go around it the other way. Was that the other way? I don't know. Anyway, we can do both ways. And likewise this thing. So my knights are pretty flexible. There's a wall here, right? Yeah, okay. Not sure if that matters, but there is one. So getting the lady to walk on our heads to anywhere on this puzzle is pretty simple. We can do it very easily. Seems like the bigger question is how to lay down cape by the exit. Because we need 2 bits of cape. But any knight, like if we just had the knights line up like this, right? Okay, great. We left some cape there and this guy can turn around, but he can't because someone's in his way. So, I think we have to be a little bit clever and go like that. And now... Okay. We don't need to rip off this cape. We can just leave this knight here. It's just we have to do that after we set the area up. Gotten the lady to where she needs to be. And we can't rip off the cape early because we need both knights. But that's the idea of how to leave the cape there, right? Okay. Alright, so here's a problem. How am I going to get 2 knights to let her walk somewhere without ripping off any dang capes? Right? If the knights are facing each other, then they won't be able to move after the lady has walked over them. If the knights are both facing away from each other, that's impossible, I think. Although let's like put a bookmark in that one and get back to it. Put a pin in it, that's the word. And if they're both facing the same direction, then the one in back can't walk, and the one in front would have his cape ripped off if he walked, right? So is there some way I could get them facing opposite directions that I'm not thinking of? If they're facing each other, then they can't move. That's not exactly correct, although I think it is correct enough for these purposes. Right? In principle... what am I doing? Let's see. Turn around. Right. Now they're facing each other, but one of them can move, right? He can go this way. The problem is, once he does, like, he's kind of dead. Oh, he's not. The other knight can let him come back down that other ramp. That's what this ramp on top is for. It's for rescuing a knight after the lady has crossed the only spot that needs 2 knights. Ta-da! Okay. Now she's here. Is that what I want? Yes. We do what we planned here. Rip off the cape. Leave the rest of the cape. Get out of her way. Okay, 3-8. Friends in high places. Okay, we have to get her up to the north. We have very little cape to work with. Just 1, huh? And I don't see any way to turn around. So we're kind of always going to be moving in the same direction. What is the path for her? Probably... Doesn't seem very useful to get her onto the ramp to the south of her. That's not true. I was thinking the only purpose for that would be to get her to cross this, but actually we could line up 2 knights and get her to cross to the north. And then line up 2 more knights to get her to cross that double thing again. Yeah, that does seem useful. I don't yet understand what the ramp to the southeast is for, but probably it's for something. The knights need to use it for some logistics purpose. Well, I mean, getting her onto that first ramp is very simple. I just have to get the green guy out of... Is it simple? Don't make me eat my words. The problem is, where the heck do you put this guy? Now that everything's in place, right? Alright, I should not fidget because it makes back undoing a little bit harder. So maybe I have to do something like this right away? I really don't see how that's productive because he gets stuck here. I think we need to send the green knight here. Okay. Got it. So how could I send the green knight there? It's hard to see, isn't it? Because I can't get the purple knight to stand there unless he's behind the lady, in which case he can no longer be in front of the lady. I can't just rip off the cape because I need it at the exit. Is there really no way to turn around? I really don't see one. Like, if I could just swap the lady and the green knight, I'd be fine, because the green knight could go get out of the way. I think I'd be fine anyway. Maybe I wouldn't. Okay, let me remind myself what my current objective is. I want the lady up on that bridge so she can cross to the northwest here. And then cross here. And I think doing those things is pretty simple. Except I have to get her up on this ramp. And I don't see how to do that. There's no way I can rip off the cape at the exit early. They've carefully made no space for a knight to move after leaving his cape there. I have to get the green knight to walk on the purple knight's head. To go over to the east side. And once he's done that, he's not useful anymore. He's not interesting anymore. Well, wait. I can't have him just do that, right? He has to actually be able to come back to walk the lady off this first set of bridges. Then once he does that, he can back up across here. So how do you get the lady up the ramp? Alright, there's not a clue in the title, right? Friends in high places. I'm pretty sure there's no way we can walk on the lady. I mean, let's just double check that, I guess. Uh-huh. And even if we did, like, put this guy here and then walk on him, we can't turn around once we're up here either. So that's no good. Wait a minute. Don't I just do this? Yeah, I don't have to... I keep forgetting that the guy with the cape doesn't have to walk the same direction as the people following him. He can walk, like, perpendicular to it. I'm not sure exactly what the plan is yet. This actually does not yet look solved, but it's better than it was a second ago, I suppose. I need to get him back down somehow. What? Okay, maybe I wasn't supposed to bring the knight up yet. But I have to, because otherwise the lady is stuck, right? Like, if I do this, I can bring the lady around here. But I can't get this guy back in front of her. So I feel like she has to go up on the first pass. And the only way I see to do that is if the knight goes up on the first pass as well. And I can get him out of the way, as we saw. But I can't get him back. Oh, whoops. I don't think I get him back anyway. Right, she can do this, but he can't get back. I need to somehow tuck the knight away on the square north of where the lady starts. But I don't think I ever had a chance to do that, did I? And as soon as I move from here, I'm sort of stuck, right? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna, like, sleep on this one, and we'll get back to it next episode, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.